evening. So, how everyone is doing today? How's your day today? First of all, please type in the comment section there. How's your day going? If you have already completed your office work and now trying to reach to home right in the coming next few minutes or hours, I want to understand how was your day. What is any accomplishments, any achievements for today? So those who are very new to me and who really joining me every time every day to listen this quick live stream, I would like to really say thanks to all of you, those who are really joining these sessions. And those who are very new to me, I would like to quickly introduce myself. I'm Tushar Chaudhary. I am a leadership coach for project managers, and I help mid-career project managers to come out of that promotion trap or the stuck feeling, the career growth is not happening, that type of feeling, to to move into the leadership career, influential leadership career, because I strongly believe that we mid-career people have huge potential because you already got a very good experience. Now you have expertise into your domain, and this is the foundation for any projects, any teams to to be with people. Now the next step is for you to move to the next called authority building. You have to achieve uh, that stage where people seek your advices, your expert advices, and slowly I want you to move to the next level of legacy building. Okay, so that's why I really work on mid-career people, because you are the future of our organizations, you are the future of our society, because you are bridging the two generations. I mean, one is obviously the Gen Z, we have the young generation, and the generation which is at the obviously 50s and 60s, and there are senior people in the organization. So you are the bridge between these two generations. No, that's why you are the right people to be groomed, and you have been coached properly so that you can lead the organizations, and not only the organization but leading the societies also. Okay, great. So now today's topic. Again, today I come up with another painful area I want to address through this topic. Okay, and many of us experience this, you know, uh, authority. We want to build authority in the organization, but always we have this question that how do I really do this one? So today's topic is about how to influence people without authority and how it really works. Okay, so I'm going to start with again asking you a question, is that how many of you really feel this, that if only I had more authority, I could lead better? How many of you feel this? See, you are a project manager. You just don't control all the stakeholders, you don't just control senior leadership, you don't control cross functional teams, but still the expectations are very high. Here is the hard truth. Yeah, if you cannot influence without authority, you will struggle even after getting the authority. Yeah, just let that sink in. If you cannot influence without authority, you will struggle even after getting the authority. And let's talk about that today, because I want you to understand how influence really works. Okay, so many mid-career people, professionals, they confuse authority with influence. See, authority is a position, but influence is a perception. See, authority says, I am your manager, but influence says, I believe in you, I trust your judgment. There's one fantastic, very powerful book I come across, and this book has explained this topic very beautifully. The book name is Influence by Robert Cialdini. So Cialdini explains that influence works through principles like you building a credibility, like trust, how the trust is building, then consistency, then reciprocity. You're having social proof, not through title. Okay? See, people don't follow your position. What they follow is they follow your conviction. Okay? Is that clear? Is this a Balbon moment for you? People do not follow your position. They follow your conviction and credibility. Okay? So I want you to note this down in notepad. This is really deep in deep. Okay, I just don't want you to land that on your at the surface level. I want you to go deeper in this topic. People follow your conviction. So if I ask you, how do you build the trust with people? See, when you deliver something consistently, and when you deliver something consistently which you have already promised, and while delivering it, you you speaking like a leader, you informing like a leader to the people, is called, this is how I call it building a trust with people. Let me share you an example here. Okay, in one of my project, I had to coordinate with a senior architect who didn't report to me. Technically, I had zero authority over him. He was more experienced, he had strong opinions, and initially there was a resistance. Now, instead of pushing the authority, what I did, I changed the approach to connect with this person. Now, I see he was really strong, experienced person. So I respected his expertise. I used to respect his expertise publicly. I involved him early in my decisions, like even if I'm doing any time estimation, cost estimations, or maybe risk assessments of a project, I used to involve him, align project goals for his to his priorities also. So slowly what happened, the cooperation increased between both of us. Not because I forced it, but because I took time to build trust with this person. And vice versa. I mean, the person also gave me a very good response, and I really appreciate that one. Okay, and this is how the trust happens. So that's when I understood that the influence grows when you reduce your ego. You know, influence grows when your ego gets reduced. Is that a bulbon again? I want you to please note this down in your chat, in your notepad. Now the question is, why we mid-career managers struggle with influence. See, most project managers, they struggle because they focus on controlling the instead they focus on controlling instead of connection. I think my one of my mentor gave me this tool, and I want to give this tool to you. It's a mental tool I want you to use from this point onwards. Whether you're talking to anyone in the organization, whether it's 5 minutes or either even if it is a very short call, even 1 minute or 2 minutes, or maybe 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever time you're speaking to someone, ask this just question to yourself, is that when this discussion or this conversation will finish or complete, what that person should think about you. Okay, the person, when they will go away from you after discussion, what is the thought will run in their mind about you, about your personality, about the way you think, about the way you deal with the situations, what exactly that how do you want them to think about you? That is another thing. So if you ask this question before any conversation you're having with people, you know it will bring you in the consciousness that whether if you really want connect with people, if you want build that connection, you will behave accordingly, otherwise not. Okay, so most project managers, they struggle in creating influence because they are not aware of the psychology of what going in other people's mind when they deal with you. They focus on most of the project manager, they focus on controlling instead of building the connection. Another reason is they try to prove instead of understanding the others. You know, they have this insecurity that if I If my weaknesses come out, or then I will lose my authority again. So they try to prove, they try to defend instead of you understanding others. And the third is they demand alignment instead of creating it. All these 3 points which I just mentioned to you, these are the main reasons why project managers struggle to create influence at the workplace. If you want to understand this more in detail, there's another fantastic book I come across, is called The Speed of Trust, and that's by Stephen Covey. So Covey explained in this book is that the trust is the foundation of influence. Low trust, high friction. High trust, high speed. So you cannot influence someone who does not trust your intent. In, do you agree? I mean, you cannot influence someone who do not trust your intent. Influence starts with conviction, credibility, clarity, consistency, not commanding. Yeah, please note this down again. I want to share with you a deeper reality of leadership here. See, influence without authority requires our emotional maturity. Okay. I think one more book I remember now is by Chris Voss. I think uh, the book name is The Never Split the Difference. And this book actually I would highly recommend you, because many of us are struggling in conflict management, in negotiation. So I want you to read this book, because Chris explained negotiation psychology in this book. Now he says in this book that people need to feel heard before they agree with you. Yeah, people need to feel heard before they agree with you. Now, in most of the Indian workplaces, this is even more important. In Indian workplaces, this is more important because people want respect, people want recognition, people want inclusion. Now, if you try to win people by dominating them, you will lose the cooperation from them. But if you listen them strategically, you will win their trust, and you will gain the influence also. Now, the question is how to do this. To do this one, I would like to recommend again 3 shifts you have to do at the ground level, at the very core level within you, at the behavioral level, mindset level, attitude level. Yeah, very practical 3 shifts I'll share with you. And if you really want influence without authority, so I want you to practice these three. The first shift I would like to suggest you is move from that controlling attitude or controlling mindset to clarity mindset. So instead of saying do this, just say, see, here is the outcome we need. So how do you suggest we should approach this? How should we, how do you suggest we should work on this particular problem? So this invites ownership. This is you giving clarity to the person that here is the outcome we are looking for. So how do you suggest we should approach it? How should we deal with it? So you're giving the clarity to the person so that they can take an ownership. This is you inviting them. But in the controlling environment, you create resistance because they don't have clarity. Why will they own it? Yeah. So you have this experience, might be that when you are telling your team members to do something, and when you're waiting for them to come back and giving you the results, and at the last moment they're saying something, they're not able to work on it, or they might be giving you some inferior quality of work, and then you're getting frustrated with this one, and you feel that, oh, I did something else, I did everything to share the knowledge to them, I pass on the information to them. But that's not actually the way. You, whenever you delegated the activity to this, then you feel that you delegated the activity, but you are interfering to their work. You telling them what everything like spoon feeding to them how to conduct the activity. Okay, I don't think you need to really go into that detail and spoon feed people. You just have to give them a direction, you just have to give them an outcome, what we're looking for, and let them figure out their own problem. You know, trust their capabilities, trust their expertise, and let them make mistakes also, because if they don't make a mistake, then how will they learn? And if you if you think that okay, they were going to make a mistake, this will spoil my delivery, this will spoil my reputation, then you're making them handicap on you, and one day you become a bottleneck for them. And that's actually this typical the outcome of micromanagement. I would say the consequences of the micromanagement. So that's first shift from control to clarity. That's what I want you to have. The second shift I would like to suggest for you is, I want you to shift from that attitude of proving yourself that you are right to taking a little back step and understand others. Before before you putting your idea in front of others, just ask yourself a question: what matters most to you in this situation? See, when people feel understood, they will not fight with you. They will have a lower defense. So influence is built through empathy, not dominance. Okay, so that's the second shift I want you to implement. The third shift I want you is that I want you to shift from the position power to personal credibility. Okay, so ask yourself, I want you to ask these three questions: do I deliver consistently? Do I communicate clearly? Do I stay calm under pressure? See, influence grows when your character becomes predictable. Yeah, people trust stability. Okay, I want you to note this down, everything on your notepad. Influence grows when your character becomes predictable. People trust your stability. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you today, and I want to close this topic with again some thought which you should take away is the authority can be given, but influence must be earned. If you want to become an influential leader, I want you to start influencing before you even get promoted. Okay, because influence compounds. It influence has a compounding effect. This experience and this performance, they do not compound. That's why so many years of experience people are still struggling. They are not really going to the next level. Even though you are performing on daily basis, even if you're getting so much of fantastic positive feedbacks, you're still struggling to get promoted to the next level, right? So influence is the only thing which compounds, and this is the only tool. If you have this with you, you will attract leadership opportunities with yourself, towards yourself. Okay, so now if today's topic has really connected with you, I want you to please type the word influence in the comment section. And if you really feel that, yes, Tushar, somewhere I was having this old belief with me and I want to work on that one and to grow into the growth mindset where you want to build influence, I want you to book one-to-one with me. Okay. There's a link available in the comment section and also in my LinkedIn profile. Go to the book an appointment and set up a call with me. There are some slots available. See, it's already, we are on 19th of February, almost 1 month and 19 days already gone now of the entire 2026 year. Okay, so I don't want you to, you know, get into that frustration again at the end of the year that I should have done something differently. Okay, so you still have a good time available for you to build your influence in the organization. Okay, and yeah, if you really want to move from project manager to influential leader, join my community. My community name is Influential Leader Hub. The link again into comment section. The like-minded people sharing their lot of challenge, day-to-day achievements, challenges, concerns, and we are working together. We are collaborating with each other. Okay, so that's it. This is for today's session, and I would like to see you tomorrow again for another leadership insight for mid-career project managers. So until then, implement whatever we learned. You know, put me your questions on or DM me directly or reach out to me directly. Ask your questions. Book the slot with me for one-to-one sessions. And yeah, until then, take care of yourself and God bless you.